Well, this is a little bit awkward, but hello everybody, NetroGuard5 here, and my phone refused to, stream in landscape. I have no idea why, but I just want to make sure landscape. But I'll keep trying. Let's see. Nope, it's not gonna let me switch to landscape for some reason, so I kind of have to hold it by the bottom. But anywho. Let's see, that one dream. Hello, are you sure? And hello, Andrew Liago. But basically, the whole point of this live stream is the future of my channel and what's gonna be happening either next month or 2020. And basically, what's going to happen is, I've got a spin-off of Victor Tanzig's, Stories of Sodor, in the works called Stories in the States. So there's that. Ugh. And yeah, good morning, evening, afternoon, Twilight Zone, whatever. Um, Anywho. And yeah, I know, it looks odd seeing me. Hey, it's a Monday night, why not crack open a cold one? But Stories in the States, I am working on that. Um, the one thing I always have trouble with is, having to deal with writing scripts. I've always been a good writer, but the problem is I constantly run into writer's block, which is really, really annoying. But I try my best, and actually, let me just do something real quick here. Can I flip it this way? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, so I had to hold it upside down. Am I upside down, everybody? Comment, please, because it's right side up for me. Someone comment now, please. I don't know if it's upside down on your end. Dang it. Well, might as well flip it back right side up. Okay. There we go. Okay. So sorry about that. I just thought maybe because I'm charging my phone as well. Um, okay, I get it. And hello, 819. Hello. Where's everyone else? I did mention that I was going live. I'm not going Bill O'Reilly on you guys though, thank goodness. But anyway, sorry, my computer behind me is acting up a bit. Had to shut it down. Um, I do have a Discord for Oh, hello, Katrina. Yeah, again, writer's block is one thing. I have a Discord channel or a Discord server in terms of hang on, let me get my words. Let me get my words. The chat's exploding. Uh, I'm gonna try. I might ask someone to host a multi live stream on their channel, and we'll do it there. Probably Andrew or whoever. What? It's upside down to you? Well, then tilt your head upside down. Anyway, so what I was getting at is, okay, yeah, you host it, Andrew, after I finish here. Now, basically, what I was getting at is I have a Discord server. Now, before you start typing rapidly in the chats, aggressive typing, um, I'll link it. But I'm still looking for auditions. I might as well say who's who right now, okay? I want to get into that. I'll say who's who. So right now, I will be voicing James, Adam, and Falcon, and Rheneas, maybe. Yes, I know that one train guy, you're Boko, but I want to hear your voice lines in the Discord chat, okay? Before we get started. Victor Tanzig, yes, I know that name. He is voicing Edward, Henry, maybe Diesel, maybe a couple other characters. I know he's voicing Andreas, which is awesome. I've got Katarina Kitty Cat. I've got her voicing Kate in the main series and in the shorts. Um, Let's see. I can't remember her last name, but her first name's Mika. If some of you remember, she was the voice of Mavis in Thomas One, Edward Two, Henry Three's NWR Origins. She was Mavis. I have her as Lily in both the main series, in the Stories in the States main series, and in the shorts. By the way, I'm just gonna put it out here. Lady is gonna be in the main series, but I'm actually voicing her in the shorts. Somehow I feel like I sound like Julie Andrews. I don't know why. I just think her, and then boom, it's right there. And don't ask me to do it right now. I had a long day at work. SP4449 Fan 1, who is kind of like the co-director of Stories in the States. He's voicing Percy, I believe Colin, and at least Stuart, aka Peter Sam. Um, Other than that, I can't recall if there's any other engines that are taken. Um, but again, message me who you want to voice. Let's see. There we go. Um, but yeah, message me after the live stream or in Andrew's live stream after this one who you want to voice. It's kind of been slow going though. Like I said, I suffer from writer's block, so sometimes it's a little hard for me to get going. But there we go. It's a little hard to get things going. Will Derek be in your series if I can find the model for Derek? Probably. And yes, Andrew, I know you are going to be voicing Diesel 10. Although I forgot who voiced him in as I've shortened it to T1E2H3's I forgot who voiced Diesel 10 in that series finale. Um Oh yeah, the last 819 you're voicing Jinty. Um yes, Andrew, I know it wasn't you. But someone tell me on the comments who voiced Mavis in T1E2 H3's NWR Origins. I forgot her last name. I know it was Mika. Yeah, a British engine with a hillbilly accent. And yeah, Katerina, I mentioned that you are Kate in both the main series and in the shorts. Um, yeah, and I believe her name is one other person. Molly's already been taken, so and that is Yilin Zhu, I think. I think that's her name. Um, and Liz Productions is actually going to be Emily. Um, but again, there's still plenty of opportunities. So I want to also say this is if you miss out on like an engine, don't worry. I'll probably I have plenty of like rolling stock characters that would be voiced or humans that need to be voiced. So there's always that. I'm not gonna leave anybody out if someone gets the role of say Boko or whoever. There's still plenty of other characters out there that I would need voices for, but what I'm gonna do with the Stories in the States is kind of follow what Victor Tanzig did, where it starts at a certain year and then progresses further, with the shorts being an exception. So what that means is the first episode is gonna start in 1930, so that would be like the engines up to 1930 would be in it, like Lily, James, Edward, whoever. As time goes on, oh, you have okay. Go on the railway. Oh, okay. So, okay, thank you. Um, but anyway, basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna be following Victor Tanzik's model of the episodes. So like some of the characters that don't show up until like say the 50s, like Diesel 10, um, they're not gonna like be way later. They're not gonna be like in the next season. It'd be like maybe episode 5 or whenever Diesel 10 was built, essentially, like 1943. And if that's the case, I'm going to have Andrew, I know you're watching, I might have you voice someone else in the meantime. I don't know who at the moment, but I'll think of something. Um, so the main layout is I'm gonna say this is the premise is that Sodor's like shorelines actually got flooded by. There's Mika. Hello. Um, so the premise is that Sodor's shorelines got hit hard with heavy rain and it actually flooded, and then due to sea level rise or something in nature, there were some pretty nasty currents that occurred. And yes, Mika is here. Yay! Um, let the Yi team begin, as she would say. But anyway, so I'm gonna say that there's gonna be like some pretty bad currents that develop between Barrow and Furness and Vickerstown. So that's gonna be something. 819. You just typed something. I don't know if it's yeeting or whatever. Anyway, um, so the premise is that Sodor has basically been cut off by natural causes, and all the engines were able to get out of there. And now, for a while, they'll be working. Like at the first two episodes, they'll be working on the King Cross line. And yes, I'll check Discord in a minute. I saw it. I saw the ping show up. And anyway, so the first two episodes will take place in King's Cross. The third episode will focus on, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but some kind of intervention. And then afterwards, they'll make the move from the UK to the US. And if anybody has a functioning San Diego map, I know there's one out there in trains. I know that there's a San Diego map out there, which includes, I think, from Oceanside to San Diego. If anybody has that plus Los Angeles or whatever, please send it to me, because I've been needing that map to basically make it complete. I'm gonna use the Hinton map for now, and then it's like they'll move to California afterwards. And by the way, SP4449 Fan 1, I know he's not on right now. He actually made the intro, and I'll have that up on my channel a little later. I don't know if it has the text yet or not, but he put that together. He did a really good job with it. I find it funny that, like, Victor Tanzig's intro, of course it uses the Tugs theme, but it's kind of like this emotional kind of, I don't know how to word it, but it's like this emotional kind of intro, you know? When you see the intro for Stories in the States, people, it's going to be something completely different. We're still trying to work on the outro of what's going on, so just know that. But, let's see. Nostalgic. Nostalgia critic? Aesthetically pleasing. Good choice of words, actually, Mika. Thank you. And, yeah. So, Stories in the States right now, no, there's no earthquake, okay? I just, my knee hit my laptop. My phone is sitting on the laptop, so I did this. You saw the screen shake. We're fine. If he's available, I totally recommend King. I'm thinking that too, Katrina. He did a really good. KingFan701 did a really good job as Winston in T1, E2, H3's NWR Origins as Winston, and he also did a pretty good job as Timothy's demon form in Ghost Train: The Untold Stories of Timothy. No offense to Kane Fan, when I first saw that, it's like, it's a 90-minute movie based on a 90-second clip from an episode. That's how I felt at first, and I'm like, he put a lot of effort into it, and now it's like, man, that's actually pretty good. But, again, that was my initial thoughts when I first saw it. But, what I'm getting at is that if KaneFan701, if we can, if I can get a hold of him somehow, I would like him to voice Winston and Demon Timothy, but in this universe, Timothy's ghost wouldn't be demonic. He would just be like this constant prankster, so to speak, that just has a mischievous side. He's not evil. He's just like I'm gonna cause trouble. That's all I want to do. It's for fun. His normal ghost form will also be out and about helping, but at a very minimum thing. Like moving trains around without no one noticing. Imagine getting to. I want to do that, Andrew. I saw it. Getting De Wilsonator and Joey Turner involved. That'd be good, but from what I've seen with Thespio, as he's called, yes, he's a brony, and so am I. Don't judge me. Um, from what Thespio has said through, I've talked to him, is he and his wife are working on a short horror flick, which is kind of taking up most of their time. Um, Speaking of which, hang on, I'll be right back. There we go. Yes, I am back. I know I didn't see anybody say anything in the chat, which is kind of weird, but I picked this up at BabsCon in 2019. Yes, look at the dashi. Look at it! I want all of you to look at it! This is my actual, out of the main six, this one's always been my favorite. She is my fave out of all of them. Sorry, Twilight fans. I like Rainbow Dash. She is amazing. And I'll put her to the side here. She's just tad off screen. But da 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 da. Nam nam. I went to the vendor hall and picked up this little guy. Yes, it is Twink. It's a mini Twink. I picked this little guy up from Lightning Bliss's vendor table, and again, this was this past April, and he has literally been eating all the oyster crackers because he mistakes them for star gems. So, yes, this little guy is eating all my oyster crackers. Why? Why do you do that? Um, yes, I know the nom noms intensify, and let me just set him over here. There we go. His eyes are so adorable. He's not floofy. He'll eat you. Jeez. But anywho, what I'm getting at is, sorry, I got off track there. I know I was talking about stories in the States. Then this comes up. But basically, the whole gist of what's going on is, right now I'm still doing shorts, like the stories in the States shorts, plus what else? Like I'm trying to get the scripts going for stories in the States, at least the main stuff. And I'm also going to do a little what Victor did. Is I'm going to be doing the previews. I'll be doing previews for that. I'm kind of working on one for the first episode, the pilot episode, and that one I'm not sure when that'll be up. It just all depends on who's when the voice lines are done, how long it'll take to process it. Because honestly, I can't edit for the life of me. That's where SP4449 comes in, and yeah. Yes, I know. Dashy's trying to crash the party. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry, the live stream just got crashed by these two. But, I'm proud to say that I'm a brony and, change my mind. But, basically, Stories in the States, it's still, be careful, Andrew. If you said that to Lightning Bliss, I don't know how she'd react. But basically, the whole gist of it is, Stories in the States, I'm still working on it, along with a little help from everybody. The main thing is I'm going to be doing a casting call, and eventually I'll be I'll put the Discord link in the description to Stories in the States. But the thing I don't want is people constantly like bombarding the Discord thing. Like, can I voice this? Just have in mind who you want to be. And if you get beaten out by someone else, don't worry. There's probably another character that I might have for you, whether it's an engine, rolling stock, human, whatever. I'll still have something for you. But basically, Stories in the States. I could have the first episode up by next month. If not, like I said, my third Stories in the States short, it should be up by 2020, early 2020, January or February. I have one more thing to show you because it's train related and it's a little hard to come by. I'll be right back again. Glad to see that Dash and Twink were keeping an eye on things. But what I'm about to show you is the superior version of, well, I might as well just show it. A little hard to see. Can you see it? Neil is the best engine. And with Thomas 1, Edward 2, Henry 3 voicing him in that Engines of Sodor series, that was even better. Yeah, I still do model trains. I'm part of a model railroad club, pretty close to home. But the thing is this is a Broadway limited, and from what I found out, this is actually a discontinued model. And instead of being plastic, it's brass. And the thing I like are those drive wheels. Those drive wheels to me are the best. I love its streamlined look. I just need to get coaches for it, honestly. Um, if you check some of my other videos, I actually had it pulling Santa Fe coaches, a freight train, and for some reason Amtrak coaches. The thing is that one of the CVs actually has a motor delay, so it'll kind of like jerk forward. And I gotta get that out. I gotta get that little CV tweaked. I'm also curious as to what its other primary whistles are, but again, this thing is actually pretty heavy because it's made of brass instead of plastic. And yeah, I'm looking. If you check my YouTube channel, you'll see that this thing is up and running. Let's see. I'll just put it down. I don't want to keep holding it. It's got some good sounds to it as well, and it does actually have smoke. But I love that streamlined look. I had actually been looking for that particular locomotive for quite some time. I was searching forever on eBay. But yeah, getting back to the point, Stories in the States will either start up this November or early 2020. The main thing is just getting all the people. Hey, Mikey! Um, let's see. I'm still trying to hunt down Broadway Limit. Oh, the day. They made that? But anywho, I'll kind of follow up more in Andrew's live. Will Smudger. I haven't. Again, I'm not sure. I just need to know if the model exists. That's the main thing. Secondly, try, and I'm being as polite as I can. Well, let's see, Mikey. Just real quick in the chat. Who did you have in mind? I'm just curious. But don't start Don't anyone else who comes in. Don't start bombarding the chat. Okay. I just want to know. I'll tell you in a little bit, Andrew. I'll let you know afterwards. But anyway, I'm just curious, Mikey. Who did you have in mind? I'm just curious. Percy's already taken, Mikey. SP44 49 fan 1 is actually voicing him. Unless you want to try Colin. I consider Colin Percy's counterpart. But again, I'll also put up who's open in a future video through the Stories of the States shorts. I do have Discord. I was mentioning that earlier. I'll put the link in the description after the live stream is over. But yeah, I'll link it in the description. Hang on. Sorry, I had a long day at work. I wanted to crack a cold one. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and screw Budweiser. This is better. This has a better taste. But yeah, I might as well end the Stories in the States talk. If you have a question regarding this fandom, or this one? Thomas and Friends or My Little Pony? Go ahead, ask me. Starting with I did own some wooden railways back in the day. I think I had to sell. My parents had to. I think we either gave them away like we basically donated them to other needy kids, and I was cool with that. Of course, it was a little hard parting with basically something that was part of my childhood, but I'm like, oh wait, I could just get another one. So I did have wooden railways back in the day. Again, ask me right now. I guess just a little Q&A. Ask me about how I got involved in the MLP fandom. How long have I been a model railroader? Anything about trains? Um, yeah, just ask me. I'm fine with it. So, just ask me. I don't mind. Let's see. You drink wine. I gotta ask, red or white? Come on, don't be shy. Ask me the questions. Charlie or I would take Charlie over Billy any day. I did not like Billy, that orange little. Ugh. I can stand Charlie's jokes better than Billy. Okay. Let's see. I saw another question, but let's see. Again, anything related to trains or MLP? Just ask me. Come on, peeps. You're putting me to sleep with nothing going on in the chat. Come on. If you're wondering why this is flashing blue over the last few minutes, it's just because I have it connected to my phone via Bluetooth. Do I prefer Flying Scotsman or Stepney? I'm gonna have to say Flying Scotsman. Flying Scotsman to me is just he's more iconic. What's your reaction when Andrew? It was sad. It was. It was happy and sad for me, much like how Dr. Wolf I think felt. Um, nice reference to Michael Jackson in 819, but when Generation 4 ended, I was sad because, it had run for 9 seasons. But technically, through what Dr. Wolf said was season 10 is going to come out, but it's going to be in comic book form. And that's a little weird. But then again, I'm kind of looking forward to it. But I have heard Generation 5 is brewing. From what I saw online was Generation 4 ended, and there's going to be like some kind of in-between moment, like some kind of special. And then G5 is supposed to come out sometime next year. I've seen some of the design leaks. It looks pretty good, G5. It's like an upgraded G4, and I'm all for it. A little bit, it looks to me a lot better than G3, okay? But anyway, ask me more. I mean, even NASCAR. This is a NASCAR hat, even though it has my number 5. Ask me about that. Ask me. Ask me. Um, One thing I can say is if you looked at my channel recently, let's see. Jimmy Johnson, yeah, but unfortunately he didn't make it to the playoffs this year. A little sad, but hey, 7-time champ. What's your least favorite character in the entirety of the show? Which show are we talking about? That one train guy. Which one? Are we talking Thomas? Are we talking MLP? What are we talking about? Hmm. Oh, Thomas and Friends. That's a tough one actually. Who do I not like? Who's my least favorite? Um, hmm. Wow, that's actually a tough one. It used to be Spencer, but then I realized, as Miss Oliver and Blossom once said, it's like The Walking. I haven't. They need a little more development, I think. The Logging Locals really haven't been seen all that much. It used to be Spencer, but now I kind of like him mainly because his voice actor in the U.S. actually sounds pretty cool. But as Thespia once said about why is it that Spencer is just he sucks at acquiring basic fuel sources? Because you're a hammy one-dimensional villain. What more can you expect? But Spencer originally was my least favorite. In terms of today, dare I say it, Percy. For me, Percy, he's just like this stupid little guy that just doesn't seem to learn from his mistakes. And I'm not making this up. Somehow it's heavily implied that Percy might be oh my gosh, Thomas. I mean, that's just what I've heard, okay? I'm not saying it's true, but that's what I've heard. But to be fair, I've actually not liked Percy ever since like season 1 because he was always getting himself into trouble and others, and yet he somehow got away with it sometimes. That even when he was caught in the act, he didn't learn shit. So I don't know if he's gay. That's what I've heard, but I don't believe anything that doesn't have actual evidence. Yeah, Miss Oliver and Blossom, now he's Thespio. He did some pretty good things. I would love to get Thespio as Homestar Runner Thomas eventually. Maybe for the shorts, I don't know. But, it sounds like NASCAR outside my house. No, it's just people running down Coast Highway. Anyway, and I don't know if anyone's gonna ask this, but my personal, My Little Pony favorite, my personal favorite MLP episode was Luna Eclipsed, season 2, episode 4. That was actually the episode that got me into the community. Now, granted, I'm not as like prominent as some of the others are, but I'm starting to get. I want to get more and more involved in some degree or another. So, excuse me. No, the alcohol's. I'm kidding. Wait, what? Victor just died. What? I thought you meant Victor Tantic for a second, dude. I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? But in terms of my least favorite Thomas character, it would have to be Percy. I even hated him as a kid. He was just annoying. But I guess I'll end the stream. Let's see, who is your top 5 brony character? Now, oh, the OCs, you mean? Top 5. Let's see. Thespio's one of them. Probably Lightning Bliss. This guy counts. I like this guy. He is amazing. Also, I had a little cameo in Lightning Bliss's BabsCon vlog from this past April. If you look at her channel, I was dressed up in this outlaw outfit. If you take a look at her channel, let's see. So Thespio, Lightning Bliss, Twink, probably who else? Midnight Sonata, and another one would be who else? Who would be the 5th that I would include as my fave? Mad Munchkin, and by extent Mary Sue. Those two, those would be my 5 or 6 or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna move these to the side. There we go. Yum yum. Okay, go find your oyster crackers. But anyway, I'm actually going to end the stream, and I'll be in Andrew's live stream in a couple of minutes. I'll see you over there. Everyone have a good night.